talk, no filter.
What the hell do we got? We're back in action.
Well, some people are back.
Boy, I tell you what, I was in the emergency room for 6 hours and woo.
Yeah, the chicken wing is stuck sideways.
Yeah, but they gave me morphine. Oh my God, morphine is the shit. I'm telling you.
Don't do it at home, kids.
Yeah, don't do it at home, but do it at home. I tried to snag a vial, but no, they keep that stuff under lock and key. Lock and freaking key. But I will tell you this, a quick little funny story about that.
Okay.
So I'm there. It's downtown, you know, it's like the trauma center, and shouldn't have went there because drove myself.
Right.
But they had no rooms. So I'm in the hallway on a gurney. Right.
Welcome to Reno Hospital.
Yeah, exactly. But I look over and they've got a convict from Susanville, chains, irons, everything, locked down in a bed, and 2 guards in a room next to me, you know. And I'm like, holy crap, I hope these guys don't leave, you know, because
chained up.
But to a bed that you can move,
Yeah, right.
you know, I mean, type of thing. It's like, you know, I know convicts need to be treated, but come on, you know, right in my purview.
He was a little nervous. He was going to get violated by the inmate.
Well, you know,
were they calling him Bubba?
No. In my weakened condition, I couldn't have done a lot.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, okay. Well, all right. We'll go with that. Oh, glad to be back. Sorry to desert. And then the snow.
Right.
Oh my goodness. You know, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Hounded.
I told you we went through a blizzard here a few days, and that's, you know, one of the reasons why we weren't here, you know, putting a few out last week, and then Tim got a lot under the weather. But he's back. He's kicking.
Yeah.
He's still alive. He's eating well. You eating good?
Well, I still have to be careful what I eat. You know,
instead of 5 portions, he only eats 4.
Yeah, exactly. No, 3.5.
All right.
Yeah, 3.5 helpings. You know, just to keep my girlish figure.
Yeah, there we go. Well, hey, we missed the State of the Union. We were supposed to shoot the next day, and you unfortunately got sick.
Right.
So now we're here. Let's go back to the State of the Union.
Well, let's talk about your sign here. You know, because if you didn't watch the State of the Union, we're going to hold up this sign, and then we'll tell you about it. But hey, what? Oh yeah, look at that. Can you read that? Yes, I'll read it out loud if you don't mind.
Sure, please. Make sure I spelled everything right.
Yeah, well, I'm not looking at the spelling. I just know what it says. Fat people aren't elephants. Yes, and I'm not being escorted out right now.
No, you can stay. You can stay with that sign.
But I will tell you this. The reason behind that sign, I just thought it was funny when you put out that quick little short while I was incapacitated. But no, what's funny about that is because Senator Al Green from Texas, the Mexican guy with the long ponytail hair.
With the cane.
Always with the cane. He's got the cane because of whatever, bean explosion he had. Nah, that was bad. But anyhow, with the cane, holds a sign up and says, "Black people aren't apes." Now,
we know what that's from, though.
We know what that's from, and I'm going to tell you what it's from. If you don't know that, and if you're living under a rock and you don't have any social media or you don't watch any of the news, is that one of the staffers, of course, Trump's the one that did this, in all the liberal and Democrats' mind. Trump's out there putting social media out. He's out there doing all this dumb stuff.
I mean, he's smart, but I don't think he's smart enough to make a movie or a reel.
Right? So a staffer, put Mike Obama and Barack Obama's faces on monkeys through AI generation.
Did you say Mike Obama?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That's
Big Mike. Big Mike.
I just caught that. That's okay. Go ahead.
But the thing of it is that bad taste should be fired because in this climate you just don't do that.
If he did that, shame on him if he did that, but he didn't.
Oh yeah, he didn't do that. It was a staffer. Just like I like to equate it to who used to be in charge of our nuclear waste, the guy that was the they them pronoun stealing dresses from the guy got caught stealing dresses from the airport out of people's bags. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Biden's world. So staffers do stupid stuff. You know, it's not it wasn't Biden that stole the dresses.
Right.
It's not Trump that made this AI.
No.
But it was a dumb staffer. It got out there.
Jeffrey's coming in with the sign.
Yeah. So yeah.
Getting thrown out of the State of the Union. Wow,
Yeah.
you got to be proud of yourself there.
Well, yeah, but I mean, half of them weren't even there anyway. So let's talk about the State of the Union, right? Why we're both here together.
Let's do that.
All right. And also, too, we got a question for you at the end. Comment it. We're trying to come up with what our followers are. So we're not going to, we have decided we're not going to land on Fat Mafia because that refers to the Bills Mafia, and that's not what they are. So then we've got Fat Family or Fat Farm. And
what do you guys want to be referred to?
Yeah, because
you guys let us know.
My vote's Fat Farm.
I like you guys being a part of our fat family. That's what I like.
Yeah. Okay. So, but we're going to leave it up to you to make a comment. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, we need to know. We need to know Fat Family or Fat Farm.
Or Fat Farm.
You guys pick whatever one you guys choose. That's the one we're going with.
So I'm going to refer to you as the Fat Farm, and he'll refer to you as the Fat Family until we land on one. Right. Okay. So for the Fat Farm, we're going to go over the State of the Union pros and cons. We know we're Republican. We know we voted for Trump.
Right.
Okay. But we can also tell you like what we didn't like about it as well. You know, because we're pretty neutral here, right?
We're trying to be neutral. We try to be, but we our opinions matter too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fat people aren't elephants.
Right. We're not elephants.
We've got opinions. Right? I wish my memory though was like an elephant.
Yeah, mine is.
Yeah.
When was the State of the Union? Oh yeah, last week.
Oh, I know. You can barely remember your name.
Yeah, I know.
And that's not untrue because I will tell you this. I said, hey, what did you think about what do you want to talk about the State of the Union address? And he goes, oh, well, that was on Tuesday. I can't remember everything, you know. So yeah,
I got a lot on my mind. Like what
I'm going to eat
for lunch today. You know, I got a lot on my mind.
Yeah, exactly. I feel you. So, anyways, we're going to talk about that, but let's jump into a couple things, and I'll let you take over on here. So, one of the things he addressed was, let's talk about the big thing first. So, what did Trump do as far as illegals in America? What was the phrase?
He set them up. You mean the question?
Yeah, the question. Yeah, yeah. This is mastermindful.
He's a genius.
Yeah.
I mean, he set them up because like we were talking behind the scenes here. There was no writer that did this. This is all he came up with that on his own. There's no way he didn't. Stand up if you agree to this statement. We care about Americans before we do illegal aliens.
Yeah.
And the whole right side stood up. The left side stood there and twiddled their thumbs.
Yeah.
They don't care about Americans at all.
Well,
I mean, he just put it right out there in plain sight for the whole world to see.
Yeah.
The whole world was watching this stadium.
Right.
If you weren't, maybe you had something else to do that day.
Yeah. And normally I don't watch the whole thing either. This went long. They're long usually anyhow.
It was 110 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, just crazy.
Yeah.
You know, it was super long. Okay. But I think he did some stuff that normally we haven't seen. You know, usually if someone's going to get the Congressional Medal of Honor, it's like one person. If somebody's going to be awarded during the State of the Union, you know, like the Medal of Freedom.
I'll tell you, the guy that got his legs blown off in the helicopter. I mean, I literally, I was coming to tears.
Yeah.
I really was.
Yeah.
Watching him stand there, and I'll tell you what, I don't know. I've never been in the military. Too fat, couldn't run the miles. We weren't in the military. But let me tell you something. I sat there and watched this guy stand there with a walker. And I was literally getting teared up.
Yeah.
Because he still, as a Marine, didn't flinch.
No.
His legs are hurting. You could see him when he went back to sit down. They helped him back to the chair. He was shaking.
Yeah.
He looked like a 90-year-old person trying to sit down.
Right.
But he's young. And watching that, and this guy still kept his composure. He was still a Marine he was fighting through the pain, even if he didn't have any. He looked like he had pain.
Oh yeah.
But you couldn't tell by looking at him. He was stone face, and he didn't even. I mean, he looked at he turned at one point and held his wife's hand for a second.
Yeah.
And I went, wow. He showed a little life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Showed a little
emotion.
A little emotion there.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
But I mean, the guy is tough as nails. Just you could see him. I mean, just wow, the kind of people we put out in the military. God bless them.
Yeah, well, and you know, as a pilot, he's probably an officer,
Right.
So he's got his guys. So, when Trump was talking about what he did and stuff, and of course, Trump is a showman. So, he not blew it up. I mean, it was serious, but he's telling it like it's in a movie.
He made a big deal about it.
Yeah.
It is a big deal.
And it is a big deal. I concur 100%. And the guy, he can't shed a tear because he's a Marine.
Right.
No,
he looked like he wouldn't have cried if you
exactly.
hit him with a baseball.
Yeah,
bat.
you could have shot him again.
Yeah,
and he wouldn't
I
have
don't
cried.
think- I don't think he would have cried.
But you and I are bellowing like babies because we can tell, we can see.
I kick a dresser in my toe and I'm like, oh.
I know. You ran through the bar with the flag and broke ribs. Or
No, I
something.
pulled a muscle in my groin. It
Yeah,
hurt for months.
yeah,
we're
exactly.
so out of shape.
Yeah, you should note to self: don't run.
Yeah, don't run.
But anyway,
Unless they're chasing me, don't run.
So there were good things like that. Again, back to the standing, I'm going to bring this up, and because it really pissed me off, is not one of them bastards on the other side of the aisle when they had that Ukrainian mom and dad in there for the girl that was just randomly attacked by a person who in a democratic state was let out. He'd been arrested 15 times, let out every single time. We're talking major crimes.
That girl shouldn't have died.
No way, no how. This blood is on their hands. And now I know why they didn't stand up, because they don't care about America. They care about their pocket.
Here's why. A person lost their life.
Yeah.
Anybody loses their life. If you're a human being with a freaking heart, you should feel bad for that person. She did nothing wrong.
No.
It ain't like she was they can't even say, oh, she was a Republican, so she deserved to die, or she stood up, she likes Trump. So she had none of that. She was an innocent, poor little girl that got killed for no reason. And if you can't stand up for that, you shouldn't even be in our country, let alone work for us. God, go somewhere.
Well, and that's the thing, is that their little cult followers are the same way. I'm just waiting for somebody to do something when I'm at a restaurant or when I'm out in public and I've got my family there. I tell you what, it's ballistic time. 100%. I may get my ass whipped if I get jumped or something like that, but I tell you what, I'm going down fighting.
Because that's what normal people do.
Yeah.
I almost, when I seen that thing, I was like, my God, it was the saddest thing I ever seen. She just slumped over and died for no reason.
Yeah.
And these people can't give her a stand up, a clap for the parents that lost their child.
Yeah.
I hope if any of their children die, they feel that, they feel that pain.
Yeah.
But I don't think they would, because I don't think they're freaking human.
Yeah. No, that was horrible.
Yeah.
And so out of that was a couple of the things that just really, as a human being and as an American, you may hate Trump, but I tell you what, that left side is ridiculously useless. We've got leaders in these different states that knelt down at the casket of George Floyd, who was a drug addict, high on fentanyl, subdued.
Same thing. The poor guy shouldn't have died.
He should have died.
See,
yeah.
What we as Republicans,
yeah.
I feel bad. The guy died. I would feel bad for his family. I would stand for his family if they were honoring him at the State of the Union.
Right.
Because he died.
Right.
He's a human being that died.
Right.
That's how I look at that. And if they can't see that, they're gone. They're gone.
They're gone. They're gone. So they'll worship a drug addict. And yes, he shouldn't have died, but he was part of the I didn't do nothing crew.
Still doesn't deserve to die.
And there were people out there saying, hey, just stop resisting.
Right.
Get in the car. This will all be over with. And people were out there telling him that. And still he was going crazy. But anyways, we're not here to rehash George Floyd.
No.
But I'm just saying is that these people were kissing the feet, the families, BLM. Again, you ask the family to this day, how much money did you get from the Black Lives Matter that everybody donated to and stuff like that? They're like, we haven't got a dime. So anyways, back to the State of the Union, not standing for Americans over illegals was about the most disgusting thing I ever saw besides the Tlaib crap. But
I think the pin that she was wearing too.
Yeah, the F-ICE.
That was disgusting.
Yeah.
At a State of the Union? I mean, come on.
You're part of government, and now you're you're saying that about a government. Well, look at it. You're a foreigner.
Yeah.
You come from a terrorist country.
Yeah.
So, and we elect these people.
We did.
We didn't. But you never used to be able to. And that's why Arnold Schwarzenegger could never be president, because in our bylaws, you have to be, U.S.
For a
citizen.
president.
For a president.
They need to do it in Congress.
They need to do it now in Congress,
They need
and
to change
for mayors, obviously. New York, that crazy thing. We'll talk about that in another show. But yeah, we're talking about the State of the Union. Let's jump into some cons, unless you want to talk about more about something.
No, go ahead. Let's get into some cons.
So Trump, for everything that he is, he says some dumb shit.
Yeah, we'll call it like it is. That's why we do it.
Exactly. And the thing that I didn't like is when he said if he could, he would, because he's doing such a good job, he would issue himself the Medal of Freedom. It's like, come on, dude. Really?
Yeah. Listen, Trump. You want a pat on the back, you can get it, but come on, you're talking medals that these people have gave a lot for. You don't deserve that.
Yeah.
Just keep doing your job that we put you in there to do. And I think he's doing a good job.
Oh, 100%. I think he's doing a good job.
Except for a few things.
Yeah, no, 100%. And the president isn't going to get them all done, type of thing. It's that they make these promises and then Congress holds them up, holds them up. But he was right about one thing: no tax on tips up to 25,000.
I like that.
Love
that.
100%. We live in Nevada, so that's perfect for our casino workers.
I did see some of them stand up too when he mentioned about the housing crisis with the companies coming in buying all the brand new houses and renting them out. And some of the Democrats did stand. I was happy to see them stand on that.
Right. Well, yeah.
I was like, oh, look, they're standing. And a lot of times when he said stuff, they weren't panning on the sides, so I couldn't see if they were standing or not. There's a lot of those times happening.
Right. Exactly. And I'd like to just see government be able to get along, especially when the president's giving his address. But one of the things. Oh, and so you said messy hair. You said what? Get him a comb?
Get him a comb. He came out, his hair had a flap on it. It's like, come on, he's going on the biggest stage in the world, and his daughter can't spit on her hand and give him a little pat on his hair. It was flat. It was flapped up a little bit in the top. I don't know. I mean, the guy, he's getting old. He don't have a lot of hair, but Jesus, help the guy out. He's going in public here. Because you know what? They're going to pick on that. They're going to pick on that. They're going to know, oh, look, his hair. I mean, they'll nitpick everything. If he had a booger on it in his nose, they were, oh my God, look, no, he had a booger. I mean, that's just how they are.
Oh, 100%.
So I seen his hair. I go, oh shit, they're going to pick on his hair.
Yeah. You didn't like the hair. Also, what I didn't like about it is how he went back to Biden, the border, border secure. I like that we've had zero come through 100%. That's the way it should have been.
Right.
All along. And anybody that argues that, again, is a deplorable, because it's about immigrants is one thing. If you're immigrate to this country, yes, immigrants built this country.
Yeah.
They didn't say illegals.
Mostly Italians.
They said immigrants. I know. Here we go with the Italian thing.
Hey, forget
the
about
Italians weren't out in the fields in California picking the fruit.
They were building the skyscrapers in New York.
Yeah. It cost us probably 40 times more than it should have cost.
Hey. Somebody's got to get paid.
Yeah, right. So, anyhow, I didn't like him going back to Obama. It's been a year.
Right.
Stay
away from the past. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's move forward.
Yeah, I haven't said let's go Brandon all year.
Right.
That
until today.
That's done and over with, and we don't care about Biden. Biden, we have our thoughts on Biden.
He's gone. You're the president now. Do your job. Yeah. Do what you're doing. Yeah. You keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job of pissing them off, obviously.
I love that part.
Yeah, whatever you're doing right. Because if they're mad, you're doing something right.
Yeah. And then the last thing is, don't sound cocky. Everything up there. You would have thought he won the U.S. Olympic gold.
Oh, I know. I mean, it was great to see the U.S. players up there.
Oh, yeah.
Brought them in. And actually, both sides did stand for that.
Yeah.
I was impressed for them.
That's about the only thing.
If they wouldn't have stood for that, that would have been it. That would have been worse. That would have been worse than asking the question that he asked.
Well, that's because a lot of them are Minnesota, Boston, all those liberal Democratic states.
A lot of hockey back there.
They know what their sport is.
Right.
If they don't stand for that, then their own people will oust them out.
And the men were there. The women they made a big deal, said the women couldn't make it, or they
No,
refused
they
to come.
refused to go. Yeah.
The truth is, look at the truth. The truth is their schedule wouldn't allow them to come. They didn't want to. Trump didn't piss them off, and they said we're not going because of Trump. That had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, no, 100%. But of course, any way it's twisted, and again, I'm sure that's the way on the Republican side too. When Biden was in office, I didn't pay attention to it much, but I'm just saying it's childish, folks. It's childish, and you're supposed to be our leaders, and you're acting like this. You know what? Don't prove the everyone gets a trophy theory, because you are proving that.
Right.
100%. And that's what I had about. My high take on it was I like the State of the Union. I like what he's doing. As far as the tariffs and stuff like that, I'm not going to get into it, but you know what? This should have been going on a long time ago.
We'll get into the tariffs on the next show. Stay tuned for the next show. We're going to get in on the tariffs.
Yeah, we'll get your opinion. But now before we end, don't forget to let us know you want to be Fat Farm, Fat Family. Put your votes down there. Also, too, is glad to be back.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you back, Tim. It was tough doing it by myself.
Yeah.
I don't like the camera on me like that.
Yeah, we all know that. And with that, give us your hot take on our question, and hope
Fat
you
Family
enjoyed the show.
Or Fat Farm, you let us know.
Fat Farm, love it.
1, 2, 3. 2 fat guys in a microphone. 2 fat guys in a microphone. 2 fat guys in a microphone. Big talk, no filter.